ABC 17 Storm Track team has issued a weather alert day in effect for Thursday, as we're going to be tracking dangerously high temperatures back into central Missouri. So Wednesday afternoon, already rising back into the mid-90s with the feels like up at 103. Then for the weather alert day on Thursday, the actual temperature 101, while the feels like 107 degrees. Now into Friday, we're still tracking dangerous heat across much of central Missouri with the feels like temperature peaking out at possibly 106 degrees. So be on the lookout for an expansion for that weather alert day as we head a little bit closer, kind of just nailing that model guidance together. We can give you the most accurate forecast for mid-Missouri. Now taking a look at the heat index effects. So after we reach that 105 mark, pretty much everybody is going to be at risk, no matter the age or your physical standing. Just because it's going to be so hot across much of central Missouri, you're going to be making sure you're spending plenty of time under AC and make sure you stay very hydrated. Now, the main reasoning that we're going to be tracking such above average heat across much of central Missouri has to do with that heat dome or that high pressure dome just off to the south. That's kind of been bringing those above average temperatures and those heat indexes anywhere from 115 to 120 down in southern parts of Texas pretty much the last week. Now, this is starting to move a tad bit more to the north and east, so kind of bringing that heat back towards central Missouri, seeing a lot of the winds back from the southwest, and also not really allowing too much in terms of these major low pressure systems on the west and back towards the east coast to kind of have any influence over us here in central Missouri. Now, this will continue to play out as we head throughout the second half of the week, but this afternoon, not feeling too bad, so a little bit of a calm before the storm, even before we actually see storms tonight. Now, temperatures by 8 p.m. back to the mid-80s as we head off into the overnight hours, back into the lower 70s, and like I said, going to be seeing some showers and storms tonight. So we're going to be seeing the possibility of a few isolated showers by about 8 p.m. Going to be very short-lived. Taking a look at the ABC 17 Storm Track feature track after midnight is when we start to see kind of the more widespread showers and storms pulling back into the region. Now, with that being said, don't be expecting too much in terms of rainfall totals, as we're not going to be seeing over half of an inch across much of central Missouri. And areas to the north of Highway 70 might not even see a tenth of an inch associated with this system. So tomorrow morning, 5 a.m., it's going to be looking like a wet commute. So if you're heading out the door for work, you might want to give yourself about 5 to 10 minutes extra just to be able to make sure you're there safely and on time. Now, as we head throughout the second half of the morning, still going to be tracking some of those scattered showers and storms lingering across much of the region, but approaching the afternoon hours, that'll start to exit. We'll start to clear back out, and we're just going to be dealing with those dangerously warm temperatures. Now, this is not going to be the last kind of hoorah of rainfall we're going to be seeing here in central Missouri. As we head off into Thursday and Friday, could see 1 or 2 isolated showers and storms during the afternoon hours, but those are just going to be the summertime convective pop-up storms where they kind of pulse up and shortly die back out. So not looking at too much rainfall both Thursday and Friday, but we head off into the upcoming weekend. That's when we're going to see the bulk of the upcoming rainfall. Saturday and Sunday, seeing a low-pressure system dive back into the area, which means we're going to be seeing some off-and-on showers and storms. That'll be bleeding off early into next week. So rainfall totals going to be kind of better for us here in central Missouri, looking at up to 1.5 inches, which is going to be helping since we're seeing such severe drought and extreme drought across much of central Missouri. Now, also something that's kind of interesting happening across much of the region is we're going to be tracking that Canadian wildfire smoke once again making its way into eastern portions of central Missouri. So throughout the overnight hours into Wednesday morning, especially towards St. Louis, it's going to be heavy, but this time it's going to be at surface level. So could see some visibility effects down at the surface level if you're heading back east on Highway 70 towards St. Louis or our northeastern counties here in central Missouri. And that's actually going to make that air quality back down to yellow for eastern portions of mid-Missouri. Here in Columbia, still going to be green, so going to be able to breathe easier. But if you're traveling back off to the east, that upper level smoke making its way back to the region could be causing some issues for you, but that will start to lift. So if you're going to be traveling back east by the afternoon hours, a lot of that clearing back out, not going to have any issues. Now, taking a look at the second half of this upcoming weekend, you notice those temperatures starting to cool back down. That's due to that cold front, which will be spurring those showers and storms. And as we head off into the 4th of July next Tuesday, well, we're going to be seeing an active system, so we could see more chances of some scattered showers and storms.